Yo, what's up, tutors? It's your boy, the six-figure tutor with smarttutor.io. And check it out. In this video, we're going to be discussing a 5-step plan to boost your tutoring income so you can make more money. And I'm also going to sprinkle in a couple of tips to actually help you make more money and earn more freedom at the same exact time. So, here's the 5-step plan. So step number one is you're going to just identify and understand your market, right? And we're going to go into detail to each one of these steps here in the video. Step number two is you're going to optimize your pricing, right? And this is something that a lot of people get wrong. Step number three is I'm going to show you how to deliver value and actually build trust, in your audience and in your customers, so that they, one, stay for a long time, but two, they actually become kind of a word-of-mouth machine, right? Step number four, I'm going to give you guys tips on how to actually master Facebook advertising, because I honestly don't know how I'd get to where I am today without Facebook ads, right? It's kind of been, it's really been the secret to my success is step number four, and step number five is Facebook advertising, and then leveraging automation to scale my business on the back end. Okay, so with that being said, before we dive into the full-blown content, if you guys could just take a moment and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you've gotten value out of my videos and you haven't yet subscribed, it just takes a second. And it really means a lot to the channel, because we may not be the biggest channel in the world or have the most subscribers, but something that I promise to you guys that I'll always do is I'll always try to give you guys actionable steps in these videos. I don't want to waste your time. I want you guys to be here for the long haul, right? Because I want to build trust and deliver value to you guys, right? Just like step number three. And there's two reasons, right? One, I want you guys to be able to live the life that you guys want and make money in your tutoring business and all that good stuff. But two, selfishly, what I want you guys to do is go make a bunch of money tutoring and then come back and work with me directly, right? Because a lot of you guys might not know, but I have a fully functional Facebook ad system and automation platform and system that a whole bunch of tutors use to actually grow their business. And so what I want you guys to do is make a whole bunch of money. Take these steps and put them into your business, put them in a place, and then come back and actually work with me. So with that being said, guys, let's just dive right back into the content. So the very first thing is you need to understand your market, right? Because the market is really the foundation of your success. Because if you don't know how to speak to your market or who you're targeting or who you're trying to speak to, right, no amount of Facebook advertising or pricing strategies is going to matter, because you're not going to even be able to talk to your market, right? So the very first step is discover who your ideal students are, right? So it's essential to know who you're targeting, right? Their age group, right? The age of the students that you want to help, the subjects that they need help with. Make sure that it's a topic that's in demand, right? And then who's actually paying for their lessons, right? Are they going to be paying for their lessons themselves, which is, in my opinion, typically a tougher market, depending who you're going after. And if it's something like, the C-Best or the C-Set or something like that, that's probably okay, because these are adults. But my favorite type of market is one where it's parents, right, who have kids who need help. Okay, that's my personal favorite. So learn to read market needs and trends, right? So understand what your market needs, what subjects are in high demand right now, and how trends in education affect your services, right? So for example, 2020, right? 2020 happened, which we all know, the vid, right? And it affected the education industry probably forever, right? It's probably never going to be the same. And that really affected how things need to be done, how we tutor, right? A lot of these students are really behind, extra behind, right? So we have to learn how to fill those gaps if that's not something we offered in the past, right? And so just understanding the market needs and the trends will really help you be more successful in your tutoring business, right? And then the benefits of finding your own niche, right? So by focusing on a specific niche, you can become the go-to tutor in the area, right? Leading to increased demand and higher pricing power, right? You can actually charge more for your services because you're more focused, right? And so, as cliche as it sounds, the riches truly are in the niches, right? In the niches, whatever. So, and that's because if you become like the go-to person, right? The person that everyone wants to work with because they trust you, they know who you are, they know that if they work with you or the child works with you, they're gonna see the results they're paying for. You could almost charge whatever you want for that, okay? So the next thing is pricing, right? So balancing affordability and profitability. And this is something that I see 99% of tutors out there kind of mess up, because the biggest mistake I see is most tutors undercharge for their services, right? So the search for the pricing sweet spot, right? So finding a price that reflects your value while still being affordable for your clients is crucial for your business success, right? And so what I like to do is I like to kind of figure out what the average price per hour is, and then I'll price myself a little bit above that. And then every so often, every couple months, what I'll do is I'll increase my rates until I get a whole bunch of no's. Once my price is so high, everyone's like, no way, I can't do that. Then I bring it just a step back down, and that's my new pricing point, right? And that's where I stick it. That's where I kind of stick my price at. And that's how I figure out what's the maximum amount I can charge without scaring too many people away, okay? So overview of effective pricing models. Now this is important because there's a couple different pricing models, right? So hourly rates, packages, and subscriptions are the most popular, and all of them have pros and cons. But the one thing I'll say is I would absolutely scratch our hourly rates. I would never offer hourly rates. When I first started tutoring, obviously we kind of all start that way. I started off by the hour, and then I soon found out that it was just a really, really bad way to run my business. Because one, students weren't really consistent, right? Because there was no punishment if they didn't show up to their session, right? So when I switched over to packages, it's nice because then I could have like a cancellation clause. So instead of me having to try to chase them and say, hey, you canceled too late, like you owe me some money, it's because it's kind of an awkward conversation. A lot of them are like, I'm not going to pay you, and then you lose a customer. What happens is if you have packages in place, what you can do is you just say, hey, if you don't cancel within 24 hours of your session, you get charged. And let's say they have 4 hours left and they don't show up to a session or they cancel too late, well, you just deduct that hour, right? So you still get paid because your time is valuable, and then they learn that, hey, they have to be consistent for your tutoring, right? So not only is it better for you because you get cash up front, you can spend that money on bills or spend it on Facebook ads, marketing, and all that good stuff, but it also actually helps you get better results because it's going to force them or push them to be more consistent, right? So packages and subscriptions is the only way, in my personal opinion. I like to do a little bit of both. So I have like a math homework hour, which is where students can just come in twice a week and get help with their homework. It's not really like tutoring, it's homework help, and that's the subscription. I charge $200 a month for that. But my packages, I charge for currently for 8 hours of tutoring, I charge $550, and for 15 hours of tutoring, I charge $950. Okay, so high value services equal higher prices, right? So if you offer specialized services, you can charge higher prices. So if you're an expert in your niche area, use that to your advantage, right? So I know we have a lot of like dyslexia tutors out there, right? There's highly specialized, but even if you just become, again, if you niche down and you become the go-to math tutor, right? Like you might think I'm just a math tutor, but if you're like the best at math tutoring and you know how to get through the students, you know how to simply explain stuff where students understand quickly, effectively, and increase their confidence, all that good stuff, then you could charge higher prices even as just a math tutor, right? And that's why they say the riches are in the niches. So trust and value, right? So these are kind of your business pillars. So crafting a unique selling proposition, right? So what makes you different from all the other tutors out there, right? Because there's a lot of them. There's a slew of tutors out there, right? A USP, right? Unique selling proposition will help you stand out from the crowd. So I always get hesitant to actually tell people my specific examples, because a lot of times people just like to copy it. Try not to do that, guys. Like, try to like make sure it's, come up with your own unique selling proposition, but just to get your kind of, your brain juices flowing. What I personally do is I always tell parents, hey, look, we don't sell tutoring, we sell confidence. And I always let the tutors know, because that's kind of our unique selling proposition, is we're selling confidence. Like, their child's grade and all that good stuff is going to come up, but the real thing that's going to happen is you're going to see the child's confidence increase, which doesn't only help them in school, but it helps them with their entire life, right? And so that's kind of our USP. So the importance of trust in your tutoring business, right? So trust is the cornerstone of your relationship with students and parents, right? Building trust can lead to long-term clients and word-of-mouth referrals. So this is really important, because how do we build trust, right? The main way that we build trust is just by keeping our word. Keeping our word and being consistent, right? If you tell a student or a parent you're gonna do something, do it, right? Another thing is just have a really clear path and open of open communication, right? Let the parents know like what the child's working on, where they're struggling, how you're gonna help them fix it, things like that. Parents love that stuff, right? And if you can build that trust, they're not gonna go to anyone else. Someone could be way cheaper and closer to them, right? It would be way more convenient for them, and they're still going to come to you because they trust you, right? This happens to me all the time, and we've had customers who have been with us for 5-6 years. I've literally watched these kids grow up and graduate and go to college, and I worked with them their entire, upper half of their childhood, right? Which is really, really crazy, because they didn't want to work with anyone else other than me, right? So building trust is really important. Now, showcase your expertise through content, right? So offering valuable content like study tips, education materials. You can showcase your expertise and provide additional value to your students, right? And so this is really good, just like I'm kind of doing here, right? You could have a YouTube channel where you create videos of value, right? Show that you're the expert, build trust that way. But I'm a big fan of just being omnipresent, right? Being everywhere at all times. So have a TikTok, right? Create little short form video content there. YouTube Shorts are awesome. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, right? There's all kinds of different social media out. LinkedIn, right? So create content. Provide actual value, and what value means to me are like actionable tips, right? Not like BS fluff just to create content and put it out there, but things when people watch, like, wow, that was good. Like, I learned something from that, and I can actually apply that to my life. Okay? So think value. So Facebook advertising, right? This was a game changer for my business. I would say 95% of the time I have ads running for my business, right? Because I don't know how to really scale without it, right? There's organic methods, there's all kinds of different methods, but Facebook advertising is awesome because you can just give Facebook some money, and instantly you're being seen and you're being visible, right? Which is pretty incredible. It's pretty powerful, right? So harnessing the power of Facebook ads, right? Facebook ads can help you reach a large targeted audience, making them a powerful tool for your business, right? And that's a cool thing, right? You can give Facebook some money, and all of a sudden thousands of people know you exist and they're seeing your business, right? And you can have highly targeted ads, right? Because you can specifically target parents who have children, or parents who are lawyers and doctors and nurses, so they have money, they have good paying jobs, which means they can pay for your services, right? You can target whoever you want, and you can be very specific with Facebook ads, which is really cool. So a couple keys to a successful ad, right? Copy, visuals, and targeting. If you get those three things right, you're gonna be off to the races, right? So an effective ad needs compelling copy, and copy is just the written words, right? It's the words above the ad. Eye-catching visuals, so it could be images or video, preferably video. If you're good at making video, but if not, that's okay. Really nice images are nice. And then the right targeting to reach your potential clients, right? So the magic of A/B testing. Now this is really, really important, because by testing different versions of an ad, you can find out what works best and improve your ad performance over time. Because the goal is to test, right? To get the cheapest leads, the cheapest customers, the cheapest eyeballs, right? And so the only way to do that is by testing, right? So testing different images, and then testing different copy, testing different headlines, and eventually you're gonna get this really awesome winning combination of copy, image or video, and headline. That's just gonna take your business to a whole new level, okay? So make sure you're testing, right? Now, automation and scaling, right? So this is truly your path to big earnings, and this is why. Creating the actual Facebook ad itself isn't really that difficult, right? You create the ad, there's a little bit of stuff going on in the background, but anyone can learn it pretty quickly. The difference between a winning ad and an ad that doesn't really do much for your business is the automation on the back end. And what I mean by that is it's the email follow-up, the text follow-up, and even the calling, right? You can even automate the phone calls, which is really, really, really cool. You can do that these days. And so the truth is when a lead comes in, right, they're not going to do anything, right? 99.9% of leads that come in are just going to do nothing. They're gonna claim your offer or whatever you're doing on Facebook, and they're never going to ever try to reach out to you or anything like that. So you have to do the follow-up, right? You have to call these people, you have to text these people, you have to email these people, or they're never going to convert. That's just, unfortunately, it's just the reality of how it works, right? And this is kind of the missing key component to most people's Facebook ads and why they fail, they're not successful for them, right? So streamlining your operations with automation, right? Automating tasks like scheduling, invoicing can free up your time so you can focus more on actual teaching and tutoring, right? Doing the stuff you really like to do. So the cool thing about automation is you could be tutoring, people are still receiving texts and emails, right? You could be sleeping, people are still being followed up with, right? Or even if you did have the time, let's say you had all the time in the world, do you really want to sit there on your phone for 8 hours a day just texting people? No way, right? You can automate this entire thing and just make your life flexible, right? More free. You could be on vacation. There's been many times where I was like, just a couple weeks ago, like 3-4 weeks ago, I was like in Paso Robles with my fiance, and we're enjoying our time, drinking some wine, having some good food. And my automations are working, right? It's like leads are still getting text messages, phone calls from me, and emails while I was just enjoying my life and having a good time, right? And that's kind of the beauty of automation, and it's truly the only way to truly scale your business, right? So scaling strategies that work in tutoring, right? If you want to increase your income, you'll need to scale your business, right? This could mean hiring additional tutors, expanding into new areas, or offering online tutoring, or just implementing systems and processes using software, right? I didn't put that in here, but using software is my favorite, right? Hiring additional tutors is kind of a headache. You can, and I think having additional tutors is nice to expand, but having 100 tutors really isn't that attractive to me, right? So automation and scaling is an income booster. By leveraging both automation and scaling, you can significantly increase your tutoring income, right? So here are your action steps for success, right? So here's a quick recap of the 5-step plan, right? Number 1, know your market, right? Like know your niche inside and out, and also be niche, right? Price yourself properly, packages and recurring revenue, right? Create loads of value by making videos or producing content and putting it all over the internet, right? Mastering Facebook ads, and then leveraging automation behind those Facebook ads to scale your tutoring business, right? If you do that, I promise you in the next 12 to 18 months, your business is going to look wildly different than it does today. Okay, so and I'm going to encourage you guys to take action here, because this is something that unfortunately 95% of people that watch my videos don't do crap. They sit on their hands, they watch my videos, they get hyped, they're like, yeah, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, but then they don't actually take action on the things that I'm talking about, right? This is the most important step, right? So I encourage you to start applying these strategies in your tutoring business, because if you don't actually apply the strategies, you're not going to see the results, right? So I'd actually like to invite you guys to what's called the Smart Offer System for more success, right? So if you want a proven system to guide you, then I invite you to join our community, which is called the Smart Offer System. It's helped many tutors just like you, boost their income and give them more freedom and flexibility in their life while making a lot more money. There's actually a link below this video in the description of this of this YouTube video. If you click it, you can learn all about it. But it's really, really cool because it comes with everything you need. If you join the Smart Offer system, you won't need anything else. It comes with weekly coaching with me. So I answer all your questions, walk you guys through different marketing things. Things are working today, right? I show you guys my ads. I critique your guys' ads if you're launching ads. It comes with a software, all the automation software you need, which will automatically text, automatically email, and even automatically call your leads when they come through your Facebook ads, right? To actually turn these leads into a paying customer and nurture them properly. It comes with the Smart Offer System step-by-step course. So literally right when you log in, boom, you can start. It'll walk you step by step on how to actually get it set up for you. And the cool thing is 99% of the system is done for you, because you're not buying into a software, you're buying into a system, right? So the text messages are done for you, the emails are done for you. There's just a couple things that you need to make minor tweaks to make sure it works for your business, and then you're all set. And so it's really, really cool. So do yourself a favor, even if you're like, nah, just at least click the link below and just read about it. Because I think once you understand the power of the Smart Offer system, the only regret that you're personally going to have is that you didn't start sooner. Okay? So click that link in the description. So awesome, guys. Thank you for joining me here. It's always a pleasure. And as always, I will see you in the next video.